I'm here at my favorite nursery. I'm doing a little therapy shopping today. So I'm here at Patuxent Nursery. It's in Bowie, Maryland, off of Route 301. And I'm looking to get some shade to part shade perennials to plug in certain areas of my garden. Over at the second pergola garden. It's a really nice nook, and I want to kind of fill it in. You guys seen that video I did last year, the race to expand a garden bed or something of that sort. Anyhow, I'm gonna turn this camera around so you guys can see what I'm looking at buying today. So right here, I'm thinking of getting some Hot Lips. Hot Lips turtle head. All right. They get to be 2 to 3 feet tall with an 18-inch spread. And they bloom in the early fall. They bloom in the late summer to the early fall. So they'll provide a nice pop of color in that shady area I plan on putting them. So I'm gonna get 5 of those. I'm also gonna get 5 Brunnera. However, it's not the Alexander's Great, which I have several already in the garden. The Alexander's Great are pretty expensive. They're 20 bucks, and that's for a gallon. That's a little too much. Now these right here are just around $10 at $10.99. They don't have the interesting foliage like that over there. However, they do still have the pretty little blue flowers. So they take shade to part shade, and that area is perfect for that. If I plant these in mass, and they will get considerably larger than they are now, I think it'll look really nice underneath the Hot Lips. So these get to be, I think, roughly 3 feet tall. And then the Brunnera stay around 12 inches to probably 15 inches tall. So that will be nice. A nice layering effect from the Hot Lips to the Brunnera. So I'll go ahead and get 5 of these. I'm trying to get some that has decent looking leaves. I don't want to have to nurse it to look good. I want that instant impact. So that's 3. This one right here, number 4. And around the corner over here, I saw one that looked pretty good. This one is nice. Yeah, we'll go with this. It's number 5. All right. So, like I said, they don't have the variegated foliage like the Alexander's Great over there, but they still have a nice textural interest nonetheless, and they have these beautiful heart-shaped leaves. All right, guys, so let's go head over to the cashier and check these out. You know, when you're planting underneath trees, clearly you have a lot of root competition from the mature trees. So that's one thing that's not shared on social media in terms of establishing new gardens. All right, you can be an aspiring gardener all you want, but you have to come with the resilience and the stamina to put up with established vegetation around or within that very garden that you plan on putting in. So, you know, let's keep things real here. All right, so I'm going to move over a few inches to see if I'll be able to plant anything right here. These are a little more drought tolerant, luckily. So I just got one more. I've got to find a spot. Well, I'm hoping that we can find a nice planting pocket. Let's pull back some of this mulch and just kind of poke around for a pocket in between the flaring roots of the tree. So right here we have, I believe it's a maple. All right, I believe it's a maple tree above me, and behind me is a holly tree. So we've got two very thirsty trees. Let's see. So just maybe I'll get a little lucky and I can stick the fifth one right here. Let's keep our fingers crossed, guys, that we find a pocket. So if you're able to tell, I've placed all 5 hot lips. So I'm gonna get some compost and some potting soil and just anything that holds a lot of moisture and plant these in, and then come back and worry about the Brunnera. All right, got my soil. I'm gonna take these out of their pot, set them in the hole, and bring my soil and basically cover them up. As you can tell, they're very aggressive because, I mean, these roots are outrageous. This is so root bound. Now I know you guys see this Huechera right behind this hot lips. I'm not so much worried about it being a step lower than the hot lips, because in the spring and the early summer it puts out these very tall flower spikes. And by that time of the season, the hot lips will probably be just around the same height as the Huechera. However, the Huechera's flower spikes will be much taller, and they'll tower over all the foliage of the hot lips. So I'm not too much worried about that. Now I've got some Huechera plants that have been sitting in storage for quite some time. I'm going to go ahead and tuck them in between the hot lips, and then put the Brunnera in the front of everything. Hey, what do you know? I actually have a tag from this Huechera. This one's called Bronze Wave. I'll be sure to keep that when I plant the plant. That way I know what it is. A lot of these Huechera, especially the burgundy and bronze colored foliage ones, they have so many different names. So it's kind of hard to keep track of them. So this plant tone actually has biotone in it, so it's multi-purpose. All right, so if you run out of biotone, you could always use your plant tone, and it works just the same. Don't let anybody fool you any different, because it's just a sales gimmick. All right, stick that in there. All right, see that we still have some of the beautiful flower plumes of the Huechera. So we want to preserve that. We want to keep that as long as possible. This light colored one is called Stoplight. All right. It's beautiful contrast. It's a good thing to record these videos sometimes as you're planting, because that way, for my benefit, I can keep track and inventory of what's what and where they're at. So. We're gonna switch it up ever so slightly. I'm gonna put the Brunnera in the front of the border, in front of this. I believe this is a summer. This is a sweet summer hydrangea or a little lamb hydrangea. I got my tags mixed up. So this gets to be about 4 by 4 in optimum conditions. So the Brunnera will be a nice kind of sort of ground cover layer for the shrub. So I'll squeeze 3 over here, and maybe I can swoop 2 in front of the Huechera. We'll see. You kind of just got to go with the flow when you encounter challenges. Put one here, one here, keto here, and this possibly over here. Let's look at this from above. All right, starting over there and swooping this way. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna see if I encounter any roots.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it?
So in these shadier areas, when I encounter a lot of roots, that just lets me know I'm gonna have to come in with some shallow rooted ground covers. So the taller ground cover of the Brunnera will be underplanted with either creeping jenny or ajuga, since it seems to do well in this area, even with the little bit of sun that we do get.
Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be to make the ground shine like gold until winter comes? Until winter comes? Until winter comes? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
All right, so everything's planted. I'm gonna run and get some mulch and a few pieces of cardboard for the trouble areas and button this job up. So this area is protected from the sunlight, from that harsh evening sunlight, which is good, which is why these plants are thriving back here. So as you can see, I started the cardboard. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up, then mulch the area heavily, or as much as I can.
Come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder.